next step is to decide which side you like better. I like this side, it's got this really cool knot on it, and so that's going to be the front for me. And so you're going to take the front and you're going to put that face down. Okay? Then you've got your backers, and you're going to install these. You're going to put them along the back. Now, if you're doing a rectangle sign, then you're going to want to put these backers the same kind of direction as the sign like this. You're just basically eyeballing this. The purpose of these backers is to make it hang flat against the wall for you, and so it doesn't have to be perfect. Some of you are going to want to measure it to make sure that it is. That's totally fine. You can get a ruler out and measure it, but that's not something that you have to do. Okay? If you're doing a round sign, then the decision that you have to make is if you want the grain running vertically or horizontally, and you're going to choose to put your backers on based on that. So if you're wanting the grain to run up and down or vertically, then same thing, you're going to lay this face down, and you're going to put your backers like this, running the same direction that you want the grain running against the wall. And so once you've got that figured out, you're going to take your cup of hardware and your backers. These backers have holes pre-drilled in them. It's going to have a couple of holes on each one. We've got some washers in here that are mainly just helping to make sure that we don't over-drill our backers. And then you're going to take either your drill or your screwdriver and install this wood. Now, one thing to be careful of, if you're using a drill, you want to make sure you hold the wood really well. If not, it's going to spin the wood and turn into a helicopter propeller on you. If you're using just a regular screwdriver, that's not as much of an issue. But you're going to take your wood and install it just like that. You're going to repeat the same thing with the other 3 screws on your backers. Again, this does not have to be perfect. It's just making sure that it hangs the way that you want it to, that it hangs flat against the wall and looks really nice whenever we install it. Okay? So, once you've got your backers on, I'm changing out the bit here. You should be able to use a Phillips head on both your screws and your hangers. You're going to hang this at the top, again in the middle. It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to use a wire, which makes it pretty forgiving, but you can use, you can either kind of eyeball it, you can use your hand to measure it, or you can get a ruler or tape measure out. You're going to install these hangers just like we did the backers, to where the hook part is hanging up like that. And then you're going to take the piece of wire that we included, put it through that ring, and then you're just going to twist it around 3 or 4 times, enough to make sure that the wire's not going to let go and fall off. Now, one thing to make sure it's a good idea is that the wire part right here is not hanging above the board, so that whenever it hangs on the wall, it will look nice and clean. Okay? So once you've got all of your hardware installed, then you can go ahead and flip your sign over, and we are ready for the next step.